Good afternoon to one and all. I am R.V. Kiran, Assistant Professor, Department of Mechanical Engineering. Today in this class, we are going to learn the last model of the problem in the Kennedy's theorem. So by this we can end this chapter. So probably this is the last problem. So this is the third model problem in this section, and this is my 34th lecture regarding to the subject kinematics of machinery. So in the previous classes, I have explained an example problem in the Kennedy's theorem, and today we are going to see the last model in this section. So this is the question which is regarding to this section. So first of all, study the question carefully. So a mechanism as shown in the figure has the following dimensions. So a mechanism is shown in the figure with the following dimensions. So there gives the OA length, so that is 200 mm in length. So OA length is 200 mm and AB is equal to 1.5 meters. So this is the given diagram here. And it gives BC length is equal to 600 mm. So first of all, OA is the crank and AB is the length of the connecting rod between the other fixed point, and BC is the length of the another connecting rod, and CD is the slider length, that is 500 mm, and we got another length, that is BE. So B is the length of the fixed point, that is this is one, so B is equal to 400 mm. So locate all the instantaneous centers. So if crank OA rotates in 120 rpm, so we have given the speed also. So that is speed of NA, that is N of OA is equal to 120 rpm. So from that we use it to find the angular velocity of OA, that is omega of OA. Find the velocity of B, C and D, and then second one the angular velocity of the links AB, BC and CD. So we are going to find the velocity of B, C and D, and then we need to find the angular velocity of the links AB, BC and CD. So these are the given proportionates. By this I have taken the given data. So first of all the speed is taken. So the speed is taken as 120 rpm. So that is N of OA is equal to 120 rpm. Then we have taken the angular velocity with respect to speed, that is angular velocity of OA, that is 2 pi n by 60, 2 into pi into n, that is n is 120 rpm. So we have got 12.57 radians per second. Then, since the length of the crank OA is equal to 200 mm, so we have given the length of OA as 200 mm. So the length of OA is taken as 200 mm. So it is converted into meters, that is 0.2 meters. Therefore, we can find the linear velocity of OA. So we have got the angular velocity and speed. So then we are going to find the linear velocity of the link OA. So it is also taken as velocity of A because O is the fixed link here. So here O is the fixed link. That is why we are taking it as velocity of A also. So therefore, the linear velocity of the crank VA is taken as angular velocity of OA into length of the OA link, that is the crank length. So in total we have substituted the values, that is angular velocity of OA is given as 12.57. So we have already find out that angular velocity of OA, that is 12.57, and length of the link, that is OA is taken as 0.2, that is 0.2 meters. So in total we got the value as 2.514 meters per second. We got the value as 2.514 meters per second. So this is the value for the velocity of OA. So the velocity of OA is taken as 2.514 meters per second. Then we are going to find the locate the instantaneous centers from this one. So then we are going to find that. So location of the instantaneous centers. So from this space diagram, we are going to find the instantaneous centers. So the instantaneous centers has a definite procedure. We have already discussed in the previous problems also. So the instantaneous centers are going to take the different procedure links. So firstly, we are going to find the number of instantaneous centers. So how many types number of instantaneous centers have been in the diagram. So we have already taken the formula since the mechanism consists of 6 links. So there got the total 6 links from the diagram. So this is the first link. Second link is the first link is the fixed one. Second link is the crank. Third is the connecting rod. Fourth is the second connecting rod. Fifth is the slider link, and sixth is the slider. So in total 6. So therefore we got n is equal to 6. Therefore the number of instantaneous centers can be verified from the formula. So we have got the formula as this. So you already seen in the before problems also, capital N is equal to n into n minus 1 by 2. Total number of links is 6, that is 6 into 6 minus 1 by 2. And in total, 15 instantaneous centers have been produced. So in total, they got 15 instantaneous centers. So we need to locate all these 15 instantaneous centers. Then we are going to make a list of these instantaneous centers in the mechanism from the problem of the given space diagram. So we are going to draw a table regarding to the links, total links and the instantaneous centers. So in the table we have taken all the links here. So total we got 6 links. 6 links have been taken here. So make a list of all the instantaneous centers in the mechanism. Since the mechanism has 15 instantaneous centers, therefore these centers are listed in the following bookkeeping the table. So for the first link, so this is the first link here. So it got instantaneous center of 1 and 2. So this is the first link and this is the second link. So this is it got instantaneous of 1, 2, and this is the third link and this is the fourth link. So from the centers of 4 and 5 we got the extended part, that is I13, and instantaneous of I14 is projected at the point of the center of the fourth, that is the fixed link, and it got instantaneous center of I15 and I16. So I15 is produced on the extended part of the slider to the fourth link, and 6 is produced from the fixed positions, that is I12, I46 and I16. So likewise, all the instantaneous centers have been produced from the space diagram. So these tables have been filled like the instantaneous centers, which is located from the point, from each and every point we are going to take that. So from the second link we got 2 3, 2 4, 2 5, and 2 6. So from this we got I23, I24, and I25 and I26. So this is the I26, and I25 is get from the link, fifth link. So therefore we have located all these centers. So that is from the third link 3 4 3 5 3 6, and for the fourth link 4 5 4 6, the fifth link 5 6, and sixth link they have got none because all the common figures is in the sixth link. So by then we are going to draw this instantaneous center from the procedure. So first of all we used to take these fixed and permanent instantaneous centers. So we used to locate these points, that is the fixed and permanent instantaneous centers by the inspection. And these centers are, so I12, I23, I34, and I45, I56, and I16. So that is the continuity centers. So from the center 1 to 2, that is 1 2, 2 to 3, that is 2 3, 3 to 4 3 4, 4 to 5 4 5, and 5 to 6 5 6, and I16. So these are and I14 as shown in the figure. So these are all the fixed and permanent centers, instantaneous centers. So here the fixed centers are the I12, I14, and I56. That is the slider and the two fixed links, that is A and E, O and E. So these are the two fixed links. So first of all, we are going to locate the fixed and permanent instantaneous centers. So then locate the remaining neither fixed nor permanent centers by the Kennedy's theorem. So in the Kennedy's theorem, we are going to fix it by the use of circle diagram. So we are going to draw a circle with a suitable scale, and then we are going to locate all these remaining instantaneous centers. So draw a circle and mark the points. Equal to the links such as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we are going to take the number of links and then we join the points 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, and 6, 1. So draw in this. So we get a hexagon there. So from that we got a hexagon. So from that join the points 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 5, 5, and 6, 1. So to indicate the centers I12, I23, I34, I45, I56, and I61. And next we are going to join the diagonal, that is I14. So this is the diagonal which is going to join I14 respectively. Then join the point 2 to 4. So we are going to join this line, that is 2 to 4 by a dotted line to form the triangles 1, 2, 4 and 2, 3, 4. So then the side 2, 4 is a common point here. Therefore, the instantaneous center of I24 lies on the intersection of I12, I14. So this is the I12 and this is the I14 section. And I23 and I34 is produced if necessary. So the I24 center is located. So this I24 center is located and mark this as number 8. So that is the 8th instantaneous center on the dotted line I24. And now join the point 1, 2, 5 by the dotted lines. to form the triangles. So we are going to join the 1 5 also to form the triangles 1 5 6 and 1 4 5. So 1 4 5 and 1 5 6 are the form triangles. So the side 1 5 is the common to both the triangles. So these 1 5 line is drawn with the dotted lines and it is numbered as number 9. So the side is responsible for the completing the two triangles and therefore the instantaneous center I15 is lies on the intersection of I14, I45, I56 and I16 produced. Thus I15 center is located. So this I15 center is located from that. Then mark number 9 on the dotted line, that is 1 5. Then join the point 1 and 3. So this is the point 1 and 3 and 1 3 is the divided line of two triangles 1 2 3 and 1 3 4. So we have got two formed two more triangles, that is 1 3 2, that is 1 2 3 and 1 3 4. So draw a dotted line from 1 2 3 to show that. And the side 1 3 is the common side for both the triangles. Then the instantaneous center 1 3 is formed on the intersection of 1 2 2 3 and 1 3 3 4. So these instantaneous center of 1 3 is formed, so that we got the 10th instantaneous center. Thus instantaneous center of 1 3 is produced. So the 1 3 instantaneous center is located. So mark it as number 10 on the dotted line. So this can be marked as number 10 on the dotted line 1 3. So we are marked as 1 10. Then join the points 4 to 6. So this is the 4 to 6. So in the same procedure as 1 3, we are joining these two by a dotted line to form the triangles 4 5 6 and 1 4 6. These two triangles have been formed. And the side 4 6 is the common to both the triangles. So the side 4 6 is the common side to both triangles. And then we have got the instantaneous centers of I46 on the intersection of I45, I56, and I4, I14 and I16. So these are all the formed instantaneous centers. Then join the point 26. So we are going to join the point 26 to a dotted line. So then the same procedure is taken for the pattern also. So the side 26 came as the common sides to the both the triangles, which is responsible for completing the two triangles. So this is responsible for completing the two triangles. Therefore, center I26 is the intersection of the lines joining the points. Next, in the similar way, so in the same way, 13th, 14th, and 15th instantaneous centers may be located. That is I35, I25, and I36. So by dividing the other sections also, we can generate these instantaneous centers, which may be located by joining the parts to the point 3 to 5, 2 to 5, and 3 to 6. So by measurement, we find that I3, I13, that is instantaneous of 13 into a point, that is at the section a point. So that is I13 with the point A. So with the point A, this is the length to be measured, and this is also the length to be measured, I13 into C. So instantaneous of 13 with respect to the point A is measured as 840 mm. That is 0.84 meters. And next, instantaneous center of 13 at B position is measured as 1070 mm. That is taken as 1.07 meters. And last, instantaneous of 14 with respect to B position. That is 400 mm, which is taken as 0.4 meters. Next, we use to calculate the I14 at C, I15 at C, and I15 at D. So this is the I14 at C, and I15 at D, and I16 at D. So we got the values as I14C is 200 mm, I15C is 740 mm, and I15D is 500 mm. Then we need to find the velocities of B, C and D. Let the point VB, VC and VD is taken as the velocity of the points of B, C and D respectively. So these three are to be taken to the velocities of B, C and D respectively. So we need to consider the I13 point with respect to V of A by instantaneous of the centers 13 at A position, that is equal to velocity of B divided by instantaneous centers of 13 at B position. These are to be taken. So we know the velocity of A and velocity of, that is the length of instantaneous center of I13 into A and I13 of B. So we have taken by measurement we have taken I13 of A and I13 of B. So there we need to find the instantaneous center of I13 into A by and B by measurement. So we need to find velocity of B, that is taken as velocity of A by instantaneous center of 13 into A into 13 into B. So velocity of A is 2.514. So we have got 3.2 meters per second. So the value of velocity of B is 3.2 meters per second. Then again we are going to find the velocity of B with respect to C. So velocity of B by instantaneous center of 14 into B is equal to velocity of C by instantaneous of center 14 into C, that is with respect to 14 center. Then we got the velocity of C. So velocity of C is taken as velocity of B by instantaneous center of 14 into B into instantaneous center of 14 into C. So this is the formula. So by taking the velocity of C to the left corner, we got this. So by substituting these values, so velocity of B we got 3.2 meters per second, and I14, that is instantaneous center of I14 B is 0.4, and instantaneous center of 14 into C, that is 0.2, is total we got 1.6 meters per second. So the velocity of C is 1.6 meters per second. Then similarly, we are going to take the velocity of C with respect to velocity of D, considering the center as I15. So I15 as center, we are taking this. We have velocity of C by instantaneous center of 15 into C, velocity of D by I15 into D. So there again, we have already got velocity of C. So we are going to take the velocity of D into the left corner. Then we have got velocity of C as 1.5 or 6 here. So substituting 1.6 and 0.14 and 0.5. So in total we got the values as 1.08 meters per second. So these are the three angular velocities, that is velocity of B, velocity of C and velocity of D. So that is for the first criterion. So for the first type of criterion, we need to find the velocity of B, velocity of C and velocity of D. Then we need to find the angular velocity of the links AB, BC and CD. So let omega of AB, BC and CD is the angular velocities of link AB, BC and CD respectively. So we know that for any angular velocity, we need to take the velocity of A and instantaneous center of that point. So for the position AB, angular velocity of AB, it is taken as velocity of A by instantaneous center of 1, 3 to the A position. So velocity of A is taken as 2.514 and instantaneous center of 13 into A, that is 0.84. So in total it is 2.99 radians per second. So in total it has a value of 2.99 radians per second. Next, we go to the similar standards to BC and CD also. So omega of BC is taken as velocity of B by instantaneous center of 14 into B, and we got 8 radians per second. And then we have take to instantaneous center of CD, that is velocity C by instantaneous center of I15 into C, that is 1.6 divided by 0.74. So it is obtained as 2.16 radians per second. So that is the procedure to find the velocities of these centers. So by this I am ending this class. Thank you.